Welcome to Kotlin Software Application Academy. In this tutorial, you learn for loops in Python. Python for loops is used to loop through an iterable object like a list, tuple, set, etc. and perform the same action for each entry. For example, a for loop will allow us to iterate through a list, performing the same action on each item in the list. By the end of the lesson, learners should be able to understand the keywords for using for loop Python. Write simple for loop program. Write a simple logic for loop with if statement. Let's go into Kotlin Software Application Learning Platform. We have tutorials for loops. Here is the for statement. If you want to navigate into this, you go to any browser and type kotlincast.org and press enter. Select beginners and select Python programming. Then select for loop. Then follow along with this tutorial. As you can see, we have a weights, a list of weights. You have card, you have window, you have define straight. We are going to loop through this and iterate over it so that you can obtain each of the element of the list. This is a Python shell. Let me exit and reopen it again. So I reopen this. Let me a little bit minimize it so that you can see how it is. Now let's start by typing this word here. So now we type this word. So this I've got window. You can decide to put anything. Define streets and press enter. Then if you want to work with each of the elements of the list here in red, then you do for. This is the keywords used in for loop. For W in red. Then you press enter, then you print W, which means we are going to print each of the items of the list. So you press enter. As you can see, you have successfully printed each of the items in our list. So now let's print the item of the list as well as the length of the character from each word. This is how to do it. So let me actually drop this one down. So just put from here, just put comma, then the length of that W. So in this case, it's going to print the element here, these three elements, and the length of each of the character. As you can see, we have successfully printed each element with length of the character of each element. Let me shift this one a little bit up. Okay, I'm coming this, just doing some adjustment. Yeah, it works now. So now you can equally do this with number. Let's say you have your numbers. If you want to iterate over each of these numbers, then you have to define it here. You put your numbers equals to 1 this, this, this. So press enter, then we look through with the keyword for number in numbers. Then let's print number. So now we are printing a number. As you can see, press enter. So now we iterate through each of the elements of the list numbers. But what will happen if you want to apply some logics of if statement in the list? Let's say we want to extract only even numbers in this list. We know the even numbers here. We have 2 and 4. They are the even numbers here. So let's say you want to extract the even numbers. So we have to look through, then we extract the even numbers. Let's quickly do that and see how it works. This is what we have. So now let's write a logic. So we can say if this number is divisible by 2 and the remainder is equal 0. Okay, let's put this one, enter. Let's pick this one, put it, import it, then stop, put it here. Okay, now what this code does is that is iterating over each of the element of the list and test if that element, when you divide it by 2 and the remainder is 0, then let it print it for you. So let's test this code and see if it works. Yeah, correct, it works. Now as you can see, it has printed only and even numbers for us. This sign is used to output a remainder. So now likewise you can equally use this one, this for loops to output and odd numbers. Let's quickly do that. Okay, in this case now we are going to say not equals to. This is not equals to in Python. So now I'm iterating over the list of the numbers and test if that number, when divisible by 2, the result is not equals to 0. Then we print that number for us. Let's see what the program is going to print for us. Now as you can see, the number printed an odd number for us. So you can use the for loop and perform a different fantastic operation in Python. So you can equally use a for loop in range in Python. So let's say here we have a range of numbers that start from 10 and end by 20. So now let's quickly practicalize this one. Then you can say for, this is the keyword, I in the range. Which range is that? Okay, the range of 10, then comma 1. Put this semicolon, press here, name, say print. What are you going to print? We are going to print I. Press enter. Now as you can see, it gives us a range of numbers started from 0 and ends with 20. So if you want to make it 21, then you add this one 22 so that it will end 21. So that is how it is. The last number is not always included. This is output, as you can see. Most importantly, what I want to show you here is that you can equally do an intervals of numbers. So as you can see here, this loop of range of number will start from 0 and end with hundreds, and the interval is going to be 10, 10. So now let's practicalize this and see how it works. But I'm going to drop this one so that it's going to be easier for us. Then the first one here is 0, this. Okay, this is this. So now as you can see, this one is going to start from 0, stop at 100, and the interval is what? It's 10, 10. So let's press. Alright, now as you can see, this is what we have here. So you can actually use a for loop to do some powerful mathematical operations through a list or a dictionary. So this is just a simple tutorial on using a for loops in Python. Don't forget to press a like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos programming. This tutorial is coming to you from Kotlin Software Application Academy. It's a learning platform. You can start learning for free. You can go to any browser and type kotlinclass.org, press enter, you register, and you start learning. You see different tutorials that are very, very rich and interesting. You probably have videos attached to it. So now